Good morning, dear students. In our last lab, I have given you one task, that is a case study regarding Unix Linux system, Windows, and the installation of that operating system. So few of you have answered about Linux and Unix system. So today, rest of the students will give the answer of Linux, Unix, and Windows difference, and then I will take the follow-up for that case study, which operating system you have selected. So let's start from the. Let me open the attendance sheet. So by using enrollment number wise, we will go ahead. Okay, first enrollment number 3, Hemangi Chauhan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Unix is a computer operating system, while Linux is a Unix-based computer operating system. Windows is a personal computer operating system. Unix system is split into number of branches. Linux provides personal computer users a free or very low-cost operating system. Windows has become a standard for common user in most organizations as well as in most homes. Thank you.
Yes, Awadh, what do you want to say? Why you are raising hand? Why you are raising a hand again and again? Okay, Hemangi, which operating system you have Linux-based operating system you have analyzed? Tell me any 5 names.
Yes, sir.
Tell me any 5 names. It means you have not prepared the second part. So right now you are searching on a Google. Okay, next
No,
Kirtan. Then why you are taking this much time?
Uber,
Why you are taking this much time?
sir, mic problem.
માઇક પ્રોબ્લેમ તો મને નથી લાગતો. You are audible properly. You are muting and unmuting yourself. Next Kirtan. Kirtan is absent. Nancy. Nancy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What you have did in a case study?
Sir, I haven't do much.
Why? I have given to you a 1 week time.
Yes, sir, but I am out of.
Then what is the difference between Unix and Linux? That should you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, Linux is portable and Unix is not portable. It's Linux uses GUI and CLI, and Unix only contains CLI. Linux has no limits, and Unix has multiple users. Also, Linux has full access to source code, and Unix has source code is not available to general public. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible. Continue.
Yes. Linux. Uh, it is not so costly, and Unix is quite expensive.
Quite expensive. But Linux is the open source, so it is available freely. There is no cost for
Yes, sir.
Linux.
Yeah. No, sir. Very low.
लेकिन मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना कि वो फ्री,
Okay,
तो
okay,
आपने ही
okay,
बोला कि ओपन
okay.
सोर्स है, ओपन सोर्स इट मीन्स फ्री में
हाँ हाँ.
अवेलेबल है, तो फ्री की कोई कॉस्ट ही नहीं होती है.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
You should do hard work. Next lab I will ask that report.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Vaibhav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Linux. Original code developed by Linux and the GNU Foundation. Unix. Original code developed by AT&T. Second, support almost all file systems used across operating system. Unix. Most variants support two or three file system. Last, most of the command line and graphical utilities are similar to Unix. Most of the command line and graphical utilities are similar to Linux.
Which operating system you have analyzed for the Linux installation? કેટલી કેટલી ઓપરેટિંગ સિસ્ટમ તે ઓબ્ઝર્વ કરી, ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરી, સર્ચ કરી?
No one, sir.
વાય? તને
I
ખબર?
forget.
તો આવતી લેબમાં ફોરગેટ કરી જાજો, તો હું પછી છે ને તમારી સામે જ એક્સેલ શીટમાં ફોરગેટ કરીને -1 કે 0 મૂકી દઉં. મને ખબર જ હતી કે તમે આવું જ કરશો, એટલે જ 15 દિવસ દીધું, એમાંય આજની લેબ ફોલોઅપ માટે રાખી એઝ અ રિમાઇન્ડર. ઓકે, નેક્સ્ટ લેબમાં કરજો.
Okay, sir.
યસ કુમારપાલ સિંહ, you have raised the hand. See guys, this is not a game. You raise the hand and again lower the hand raise. Khushal,
Yes, sir.
yeah, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn, Kusha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, Unix is proprietary system while Linux is open source system. Unix maintains consistency and ease of access between different versions. Then Linux have inconsistencies between versions and no strict guidelines or standards for tools and functions. Unix developers of the operating system are bounded by standard and development, while Linux developers are free and have no restrictions because they have no standard for tools, environment, and functionality.
Which one is better, Unix or Linux?
Sir, Linux is made up of it came after Unix, so maybe it is better. Till I have searched and researched, sir.
Okay, well tried. But how you can say that Linux is better than on which parameter you are saying?
Sir, it is free, but also it has, as I said, it has no strict developers are free for everything, every tool, every environment. They can use any environment or tools without any restrictions or guidelines. While Unix is made up of three parts like kernel, shell, and the programs. So they are very restricted and they have to develop the and follow up things in very restricted area. They cannot do much, like it is not very user friendly Unix, as it is older version of Linux. It is main operating system.
Okay. Uh, Tell me any five Linux-based operating system which you have observed, and out of that, which you have selected for the installation.
Sorry, Sarah. I have not checked that. I was finding Linux and Linux versus Unix and Unix versus Windows, sir.
Linux versus Windows, not
Yes,
Unix
sir.
versus Windows.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next, Akanksha.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, properly audible.
Uh, yes. So Linux versus Unix. Linux refers to the kernel of the GNU or Linux operating systems, while Unix refers to original operating system developed by AT&T as well as the commercial vendors. The Linux is available for general public, while the Unix is not available for everyone. Linux is portable and Unix is not portable. Linux threat detection and solutions are fast, while Unix users require longer wait time to get the proper bug fixing patch. Linux default shell is bash, while Unix default shell is Bourne shell. Linux is a free community support, while Unix is paid community support. Now, Linux versus Windows. Linux is an open source operating system, while Windows is not an open source operating system. Linux is free of cost, while Windows are costly. In Linux, monolithic kernel is used, while in Windows, microkernel is used.
What is the
Uh,
difference between that micro, monolithic, and micro? Do you know?
no, I have searched about the difference only, not I have not gone into the monolithic kernel and microkernel. Now, Linux is more efficient in comparison of Windows. Windows are less efficient. Linux provides more security than Windows, while Windows provide less security than Linux. Linux is case sensitive and Windows are insensitive. Yeah, that's it, sir. Sir, hello, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my connection due to some network issue. Yeah, you can continue, please.
Uh, so, sir, should I have to revise from the first or the Linux and Windows?
Linux and Windows.
Okay, okay. Linux is an open source operating system, and Windows is not an open source operating system. Linux is free of cost, and Windows are costly. In Linux, monolithic kernel is used, and in Windows, microkernel is used. Then Linux is more efficient in comparison of Windows, while Windows are less efficient. Linux provides more security than Windows, while Windows is less secure than the Linux. In Linux, forward slash is used for separating the directories, while in the Windows backslash is used for separating the directories. Linux is case sensitive, while Windows is insensitive. Linux is complicated to install but has the ability to complete complex tasks easier. Windows give users simple system to operate, but it will take a longer time to install. That's it, sir.
Okay, which operating system you have selected?
For the Linux, sir,
Yes.
Ubuntu. There are the important versions of Linux are Red Hat, Ubuntu, OpenSUSE, and Solaris. Solaris.
Okay. Which operating system you are
Ubuntu.
We are
going?
going.
Ubuntu.
Okay, Ubuntu. Good.
Can I unmute? Mute.
Yeah, yeah, you
Thank,
can use.
thank you, sir.
Next, who is next after Akanksha? Who's enrollment number?
Sir, me, Forum.
Yeah, forum, continue.
Sir, Linux is an open source operating system, so user can change source code as per requirement, whereas Windows operating system is a commercial operating system, so user does not have access to the source code. Linux is very well secured as it is easy to detect bugs and fix, whereas Windows has a huge user base, so it becomes a target of hackers to attack the Windows system. Linux runs faster with old hardware, whereas Windows are slower compared to Linux. Linux files are ordered in a tree structure starting with root directory, whereas in Windows, files are stored in folders on different data drives like C, D, E. In Linux, you can have two files with the same name in same directory, while in Windows, you cannot have two files with the same name in the same folder. And in Linux, you would find the system and program files in different directories, whereas in Windows, system and program files are usually saved in C drive. Sir, I only searched this much for Linux and Windows.
Okay.
I
Which
can.
which operating system you have selected?
Sir, I only know the names of Linux operating systems: Ubuntu, Fedora, Red Hat, CentOS, and Debian. I
CentOS
haven't, I
and
haven't,
Debian.
haven't read about them.
Okay. Okay. Next, 14.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So the first difference between Linux and Unix that Linux refers to the kernel of the GNU and Unix refers to the original operating system that is developed by AT and T as well as other commercial vendors. Linux is free community support, whereas Unix is paid community support. uh, Broadly available as configurable software download and installer, while in Unix it is typically shipped along with hardware. Frequent updates with quick bug fixes, and in Unix, infrequent updates and fixes may take time. Then the original code developed by Linux and the GNU Foundation, while in Unix, original code is developed by AT&T. Then this much only, sir, for Linux and Unix.
And what about your operating system which you have selected?
Sir, Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Why
Yes,
you have
sir.
selected Ubuntu?
Sir, because I know Ubuntu much than others, and I have also done in that some programming. That's why I know.
Okay, good. Next, 15, Daksha.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Difference between Linux and Windows is Linux is open source operating system, but Windows operating system is commercial. Mm, Linux will run faster than Windows latest edition, even with a modern desktop environment. Windows are slow on older hardware. Linux is used by corporate organizations as servers and operating system for security purpose, whereas Windows are mostly used by gamers and business users. Uh, Linux is complicated to install but has ability to complete tasks easier. Windows gives users a simple system to operate, but it will take a longer time to install. Uh, Linux has various distributions which are highly customizable based on user needs. Windows has very few customization options available. Uh, and difference between Linux and Unix. Difference between Linux and Unix is Linux is derived from Unix. Linux is the most popular variant, and there comes in a number of different distributions. Unix is a family of multitasking, portable multi-users computers operating system.
Okay, which operating system you have selected?
Uh, Linux ના ફેવ નેમ જ
So,
લિનક્સ ના આવેલા ફાઇવ નેમ જ ખબર છે.
Kaya
Ubuntu, Fedora, Red Hat, Debian, and CentOS.
CentOS. Okay, next, Janvi.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
So the difference between Linux and Unix. Linux source code is available to the general public, whereas in Unix the source code is proprietary. Unix OS was created in the late 1960s at AT&T Bell Labs, whereas Linux is an operating system built by Linus Torvalds at the University of Helsinki in 1991. The main difference between Linux and Unix is Linux is a clone of Unix. When we compare Unix to Linux, Linux default shell is Bash, while the Unix shell is Bourne shell. One key Unix and Linux difference is that Linux threat detection and solution are very fast, while Unix users require longer wait times to get the proper bug fixing patch. Important versions of Linux are Red Hat, Ubuntu, OpenSUSE, Solaris. Various important versions of Unix are HP, UX, S, BSD, etc.
Okay,
Now the difference.
which one you have
Yes, sir.
select? Which one you have selected?
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Everyone is going for Ubuntu. See, guys, if it is possible, then go for the other also. Okay,
Um,
Harshit.
sir,
Yes,
can I?
sir.
Yeah, mute. Yeah, yes, your turn, Harshit.
Linux is open source and a large number of programmers work together online and contribute to its development. And Unix was developed by AT&T Labs, different commercial vendors and the non-profit organization. Uh, Threat organization and the solution is very fast because Linux is mainly community driven. So if any Linux client posts any sort of threat, a team of the qualified developers start patch working to resolve this threat, while Unix client require longer hold up time to get the best possible bug fixing patch. It support Linux supports more file system than Unix. It also supports file system, however, lesser than Linux. File system supports ext2, ext3, XFS, BTRFS, FAT32, NTFS, while in Unix, file system supports JFS, GPFS, HFS, HFS plus, UFS, ZFS. Linux provides two GUIs, KDE and the GNOME, but there are many other options, for example, LXDE.
Tell me any five names of Linux-based operating system.
Sir, Ubuntu, Debian, GNU, Arch Linux.
Okay, which one you have selected? I'll see it.
Sir, I haven't.
Yeah, you were absent in the last lab, that I
Yes,
know.
sir.
Okay, good. Mahir 18.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me any
Sir,
five Linux based operating system. Any five.
sir, that Ubuntu, Fedro, then Debian, then Gentoo, and Mandriva, and etc.
Okay, which one you have selected?
Sir, I have selected Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Okay, what is the major difference between Linux and Unix?
Sir, in Unix, we can recover the data, but in Linux, we cannot recover the data. And it is Unix is stable, and sir, Unix is not so stable. In Unix, the extension have not affect the type of file, and in Unix, in certain file extension are used to be identify the type of files, sir.
And Linux and Windows, which one is better?
Sir, if, for security purpose, sir, the Linux is best
Okay.
according to the security purpose. If you see it,
Okay. Any other difference?
sir, no, sir, that's all.
No. Okay. Well tried. 21 Urvasi. Urvasi is not there. C is absent. Okay. Next is 27 Gaurav Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gaurav. What is
Sir,
the what is the major difference between Unix and Linux?
sir, Linux is a open source operating system, and Unix is a commercial operating system, sir. Sir, Linux is freely distributed, but Unix takes some money, and sir, Linux. Everyone can use Linux, but Unix have only limited users, like a server, workstation, and PC. Linux provides two GUIs, KDE and GNOME, but Unix provide only desktop environment and also has GOM.
Okay, and major difference between Linux and Windows?
Sir, Linux is an open source operating system, and Windows is a commercial OS. Windows uses a different data drives like CDE to store files, but Unix use a tree like a hierarchical file system. Windows has different drives like CDE, but Linux has no drives. There are four types of user in Windows, sir, like administrator, standard, child, and guest. But Linux has three type of user. First one is account type, regular, root, and service account, sir.
Okay. Which operating system you have selected to install?
Sir, Ubuntu, sir.
Ubuntu.
Yes.
Okay. Next one,
Thank
Rutvi.
you, sir.
Rutvi.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Um, so difference between Unix and Linux is Unix is a freeware. The source code of Unix is not available free for user, while in Linux it is available for users. The Unix uses different commands for performing different operation, and it is called command line operating system. In Linux, primary use of graphic user that interface GUI for performing different operation. Linux uses command line interface as option to perform different operation. Unix is not portable while Linux is portable. um, Unix is mainly used in most of server system, high-end computers, and mainframe system. Linux is used on home-based PCs, desktop, and mobile phones. Different versions of Unix are AIS, uh, BSD, IRIS, and for Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, Solaris, etc. Unix installation and using Unix is costly operation as it needs high-end hardware system, sorry. And Linux installation is not costly operation. It has not needed high-end hardware.
Okay,
And
tell me any five Linux-based operating system.
Linux based, no, uh, Ubuntu, Red Hat, Solaris. Sir, I haven't researched about that in depth.
Okay, 37 Saurabh. What you have did?
Yes, sir.
क्या किया है तूने?
Yes, sir. Difference between Windows and Linux. Yeah.
हम्म,
Hello.
हाँ कोई भी दो बता दे.
Sir, in Windows, you can't have two files with same name in the same folder. But sir, Linux file naming converting in the case sensitives.
Yes.
Uh, and sir, in Windows, my documents is default home directory. But sir, in Linux, for every user, home user directory is created, which is called is home directory. And sir, Windows has different drive like CD. But sir, in Linux, there are no drives like in there are no drives in Linux. Yes. And sir, there are four type of user accounts in Windows. First, administrator. Second, standard. Third, child. And fourth, guest. But sir, Linux, there are three type of user accounts. Type 1, regular. Type 2, roots. And type 3, service accounts.
ठीक है. Okay, Sumant.
Yes, sir.
Which operating system you have selected? Tell me any five Linux-based operating system.
Sir, Fedora, Ubuntu, Red Hat, and SUSE.
Which you have selected?
Ubuntu.
Everyone is selecting Ubuntu. You can try it differently. Okay, Ria. Ria Bosamia. Absent. Then Rahul Dhruv. Also absent. Awadh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me.
The Linux versus Windows.
Which
Linux.
operating system you have selected?
Yes, sir. Linux.
Linux operating system.
Mm.
For the installation.
Hello.
Have you downloaded it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me any five Linux based operating system names.
Gentoo, Ubuntu, Linux, Mint, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and CentOS, and Kali Linux.
Okay, yes. One new name is added by you, that is Kali Linux. Okay, good. Kumar Singh, Kumar Pal Singh, Kumar Pal Singh, not present. Krupal, 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 am I audible? Is absent. And for Shyam, Shyam is also absent. Okay. So in the next lab, you all of you come with that case study document with you, step by step. Insert the screenshot whenever it is required. Okay. And one more thing I would like to add here. After taking all the answers from all the students, hence conclude that all of you have tried very well, but you need to try. You can try it in such a fruitful way. This is not a perfect, but we can say that we can consider that initially it's okay, but you can do it very well. Most of have gave the answer. The Linux-based operating system, Debian, and Solaris, and Sun. Only five. Any random, which is repeated. Only one student gave the different answer. That is Kali Linux. So there are lots of operating systems are available, which is based on the Linux. You search it, approximately 15 to 20 or more than that even. You can Google it and you can add that list into that case study. At least you should know the names. ऐसा नहीं कि सब लोग एक बोल रहे हैं कि 5 डेबियन फेडोरा उबंटू, दैट्स इट, ऐसा नहीं. आप सिर्फ नाम तो आइडेंटिफाई करो कितनी कितनी लिनक्स बेस्ड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम अवेलेबल है, so that you should include in a case study. Second thing, all of you have tried very well, but all of you have repeated the same thing. So I have listened each and every students patiently. कि major difference Linux and Unix ये blah blah ENT lab 1911 ये वो ठीक है. आपको ब्रीफली जो मेजर डिफरेंस है वही बोलना था, इतना लंबा चौड़ा करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. Directly come to the point which is important. This one is the open source, this one is not open. It has a proprietary. ये यहाँ पे यूज होती है, यहाँ पे यूज होती है, लिनक्स में ये होता है, विंडोज में ये होता है. डायरेक्टली ऐसा नहीं कि पूरी उसकी हिस्ट्री कहाँ पे क्या किया क्या नहीं किया, वो इसने सबको थोड़ा बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स कर दिया. उसमें हिस्ट्री के पार्ट में अभी नहीं जाना. सिर्फ जो मेजर डिफरेंस है ताकि आपको पता चले व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन यूनिक्स, लिनक्स एंड विंडोज एंड व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग पर्टिकुलर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम फॉर द पर्टिकुलर रीजन. फॉर एग्जांपल सर्वर में कौन सी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम यूज होती है वो आपको किसी को शायद पता भी नहीं होगा. ठीक है. मोस्ट ऑफ सर्वर्स में कौन सी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, वेदर इट इज लिनक्स बेस्ड और यूनिक्स बेस्ड, इट्स ओके. यूनिक्स में आपने बोल दिया कि वर्क स्टेशन में यूज होती है, लेकिन सर्वर्स में कौन सी यूज होती है, सर्वर में लिनक्स बेस्ड या फिर यूनिक्स बेस्ड, कौन सी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, उसका टाइप. जैसे अभी हम विंडोज बोलते हैं, विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, दैट्स फाइन, बट विंडोज का कौन सा वर्जन, 95 विस्टा कौन सा वर्जन यूज है. तो वो थोड़ा एनालिसिस ऐसे करो. ठीक है. कि गूगल में डाल दिया हमने कि व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन यूनिक्स एंड लिनक्स, तो हमें 5 पॉइंट पहले मिल गए, तो उसमें से काफ़ी है, लेकिन अपने नॉलेज के लिए थोड़ा सा वो सर्च करना. ठीक है.